Welcome to JK Market Knowledge Series. This is the Career Improvement Series. Today we'll focus on team management, and our topic will provide an understanding on the stages of team development in the workplace and in projects. One of the most well-embraced theories on team management is the concept or model of the development stages for teams. This was developed by Bruce W. Tuckman in the mid-60s. Many teams fall apart because they do not understand that the conflicts they experience at certain stages of their work together are just that, stages. Stages come and stages go, but the impact of a highly effective team outlives the team by generations. Each stage of team development has its own recognizable feelings and behaviors. Understanding why things are happening in certain ways on your team can be an important part of the self-evaluation process. Let's take a look at the 5 stages and learn a thing or two about how teams develop. The first stage of team development is known as forming stage. The forming stage is characterized by a high level of excitement to be part of a team. Hi there, I'm Jennifer, and it's so great to be part of this team. There is of course some bits of anxiety, but also much optimism and hope. Of course we will get along, why won't we? This team is made up of the best engineers in Nigeria and will have a superb leader, and it's heavily funded by one of the global corporations in the world. In spite of this excitement, team members feel a sense of apprehension. Can my performance live up to the hype on my CV? Would I enjoy working with this team? I'm likely to be offshore for 6 months. I've never been in this environment. This team has so many British folks and Indians. I'm not very familiar with the way they speak. Hopefully I won't make a mess of myself. Yeah, we understand it's alright to feel nervous when in the forming stage. What is the behavior expected to be like? Generally, there would be a lot of questions from team members, perhaps a little sightseeing behavior if the location is away from home. People are trying to make new friends and trying to understand the environment away from home. Another behavior that is likely to be noticed is individuality. People of different backgrounds, nationality, ethnicities, views and politics are both together on site. Why this stresses further on the anxiety of being stuck in a no man's land with no clearly defined rules and guidance. It is further exacerbated by the individual differences of each member of the team. Coming to the task, not much can be expected because cohesion or coordination is not fully formed. People are still trying to understand their roles, the structure, goals and direction of the team. Trust levels are not yet at an astronomical level. The team manager or project manager would do well to use a solid orientation and kickoff process to help the team understand the mission, goals, team processes, and project environment. You could also work with the team to develop a team charter. In a no man's land, such as a new project with people from every background and not clear rules, a project charter becomes the process and behavioral guide. It defines for the team what the accepted behaviors are, what the processes are, what the rules of the various team members are, alongside the expectation, what are the values and how are decisions taken, and how should conflict be resolved. If done well, the project manager has succeeded in laying the foundation for a great project experience. The second stage of team development is known as storming. Yes, storming, and it's as bad as it sounds. In this stage, there is a lot of storm as the challenges we defined in the storming stage gets to the fore. People's individuality kicks in with a high level of independence, and I want to do it this way. Sometimes my way may not be the best for the team and there'll be clashes. Let's also not forget that the trust level in a newly developing team is low. Most of the team members are yet to fully understand their roles and the expectations that come with it, so they are yet to fill those big shoes. Feelings experienced during the storming stage include anger, frustration, and loads of resentment with the team's process or progress. People fall short of team goals and can fall into unproductive behaviors like trading blames and making excuses. Members are more critical about team members, the project sponsor, project leaders, or even the project itself. How do we handle this stage? Remember the team charter we created earlier. Now's the time to inject it in, pull it up, and remind the time why we are here in the first place. Remind them of the commitments we made as a team. Remind them of the clear delineations of roles, responsibilities, values, behaviors, and expectations that we have agreed to. How did we agree that we will settle conflicts if they arise? I'm sure yelling at Susie wasn't part of the agreement. The team leader should also help smoothing, build understanding, and act as a mediator. He should resolve conflicts between team members. He should emphasize the overall purpose of the project. He or she should ensure that the tasks are not only broken into manageable bits but are described in manageable terms so that they can be carried out. If managed well, then the team is already set up for success. Welcome to the third stage, the norming stage. In the norming stage, team members are beginning to get used to each other. They are also adjusting to the reality of working on the team and doing away with idealized versions of the project and the team members. They are beginning to get relaxed and comfortable with one another, and most of their conflicts disputes or disagreements are settled. The team is beginning to develop its own culture, norm, and values. These are subconsciously understood and communicated verbally or non-verbally by members of the team. There is increased understanding and acceptance of other members of the team, and now they feel they are part of the team. Trust is increased at this stage, so a variety of opinions or ideas is much more welcome. Behaviors that characterize the norming stage include tendencies to take the initiative to resolve conflicts and achieve team harmony. Communication is more expressive. There's a lot more sharing and a willingness to ask for help with difficult tasks, as well as offer help to team members when required. You may notice some team members already bearing nicknames and developing their own language or inside jokes. There is better focus on the goal of the project and productive rises. Since communication is well lubricated, team effectiveness soars, both on individual tasks and team tasks. The team feels they are headed in the right direction. They believe they can achieve the goals of the project in this state. Note that it is the work of the project manager in the earlier two stages that enables the team to ease into the norming stage. The next stage is the performing stage of team development. Remember when I said that the storming stage was as bad as it sounded? The performing stage is as good as it sounds also. At this stage, goals and expectations are met and exceeded. The team's confidence is at a high level, and there is a feeling of satisfaction with their current level of progress or achievements. They trust in themselves, in the team, and in their leaders. There is greater understanding of team members' strengths and weaknesses. Consequently, roles and functions can well be matched with what team members can contribute. The attitude to work and the team is positive. We are willing and ready to take on risks and help each other to push across the finish line. You see this with team members that are ready to take on roles that characteristically aren't theirs to be able to help the team achieve its targets. There's a lot less independence and individuality. It doesn't go away or die off. It just morphs into something bigger and better for the team. It's called interdependence. The project manager should be aware of the stage the team is in and the changes that the team is undergoing. Efforts should be made to help the team develop whatever knowledge and skills is required to get to the finish line. The project manager's work now is that of a coordinator, no longer a mediator. He is now supporting them towards properly completing tasks. It is important to appreciate the team and celebrate both individual and team achievements. Give recognition where it is due. Use every opportunity to emphasize the behaviors and values that are welcome and acceptable through recognition and other incentives. Finally, there is the adjourning stage of the project. This is the stage where the project's work has been completed and its purpose has been fulfilled, or perhaps it's time to move on because the goals were not achieved. Whatever the reason, it is a stage where we recognize that our journey as a team must come to an end and team members are released back into the organization or into other projects. It is a stage that should be paid attention to. Very much like the forming stage, it is characterized by uncertainty, but without the excitement of possible new discovery. The project work has to some extent defined the team's identity, and they now feel integrated with their current roles and responsibilities and uncertain about their future. Feeling of sadness and concern about the impending dissolution of the team offers a bittersweet blend to the three of their wonderful accomplishments. Emotions are likely to be high at this point as team members realize that they will no longer share these pleasant work and interactive experiences. Expectedly, there would be less focus on the tasks for some, while some other team members might bury themselves in work just to forget the pending dissolution of the team. At this point, the project manager should coordinate the team into properly closing up the project work and dissolution of the project team. He or she should acknowledge the feeling but never allow it get in the way of a proper closure of tasks. 1. Every remaining deliverable should be completed. Every open task properly closed. 2. Preparation of lesson learned reports should be completed interactively with the team and records should be archived. 3. Again, presentation of rewards, recognition, and the celebration of team achievements should be properly done to ensure that the project closes on a high and desirable note. To summarize, one of the most well-embraced theories on team management is the concept or model of the development stages for teams. This was developed by Bruce W. Tuckman in the mid-60s. Each stage of team development has its own recognizable feelings and behaviors. Understanding why things are happening in certain ways on your team can be an important part of the self-evaluation process. Here's a summary of the 5 stages of team development. The first stage of team development is known as the forming stage. The forming stage is characterized by a high level of excitement to be parts of the team. There is, of course, some bits of anxiety, but also much of optimism and hope. In spite of this excitement, team members feel a sense of apprehension. Expected behaviors challenges include lots of questions from team due to newness and uncertainties, high level of individuality, not cohesion and coordination on tasks as people are still trying to understand their roles, the structure, goals and direction of the team. Trust levels are expectedly low. The team manager or project manager will do well to use a solid orientation and kickoff process to help the team understand the mission, goals, team processes and project environment. He could also work with the team to develop a team charter. The second stage of team development is known as storming. In this stage, team members clash and have misunderstandings due to high levels of individuality and relatively low levels of trust. The team leader should use the team charter and conflict resolution techniques to help the team at this stage. He should establish the roles, responsibilities, ground rules and objectives of the team. The third stage is the numbing stage. In the numbing stage, team members are beginning to get used to each other. They are also adjusting to the reality of working on the team and building better rapport with one another, which is the foundation for trust. The team is beginning to develop its own culture, norm and values. These are subconsciously understood and communicated verbally or non-verbally by members of the team. Productiveness begins to get better. The next stage is the performing stage of development. At this stage, goals and expectations are met and exceeded. The team's confidence is at a high level as there is a feeling of satisfaction with their current level of progress or achievements. They trust in themselves, in the team and their leaders. There is a great understanding of members' strengths and weaknesses. Consequently, roles and functions can well be matched with what team members can contribute. The attitude to work is positive. The project manager should be aware of the stage the team is in and the changes that the team is undergoing. Offering support, incentives and recognition are some of the tools for making the most out of this stage. Finally, there is the adjourning stage of the project. This is the stage where the project work has been completed and its purpose has been fulfilled, or perhaps it's time to move on because the goals were not achieved. This is an emotional stage for most due to the approaching disintegration of the team. The project or team manager should support the team through the phases of closing out tasks and assisting them to deal with the emotional challenges of the change. For more information on team management and the 5 stages of team development, please check out our website on www.jkmichaelspm.com. We have an endless stream of training, courses and materials to enhance your development. If you haven't yet subscribed to our videos, please like and subscribe by hitting the red button with subscribe on it down below. Now for my question: have you ever been part of a team that transitioned from the storming stage to the numbing stage? Can you share with us a few things you observed that enabled or facilitated a successful transition from the storming to the numbing stage for the team? Also give us reasons for your answers. Please enter your responses in the comment section. We will go through your comments and respond or offer feedback as required. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.